Next time you come heavy on that rope.
Yeah, 20 bands for me to show up like a worm, a glow up. Bitch, you know us in the club, ordering sodas. In the back, we tryna blow up. Put a load up on the shoulders. Who got the roller? Put in the blunt in reverse rotation, smoking backwards. Exotic bros all on my mattress. Brand new iPad and I'm popping these tablets. Percocets, a blunt and 2 tons of acid. And guess what, bitch, I'm making real money. Cash a Uber with the pills on me.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
All right,
James, I cannot wait for you to read that Chernobyl review that oh my god.
Artist or something?
No. I've been on I've been on some shit, and
I've noticed.
But no. This one, like the Bearded Legend one, like that shit. That like I told John to tell you, that one was light.
all right. So it's calling out to him now.
Light work.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh man, it was a minute ago when we reviewed this.
Yeah.
Yo.
You're
Yo. What's good, man? Can you hear us nice and clear? We can hear you. You're clear. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
and clear.
everything's good. Everything's good.
He's
All right,
crispy.
Yeah,
solid
crispy.
acoustics wherever you are.
Hell yeah, it's just nice, man. It sounds nice. You could hear all of us clear, right?
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, man. So I guess I'm gonna start it off with this intro thing. Oh, just so you get a nice heads up, though. This is like the nice bootlegged setup we got. It's very DIY, so you might hear my baby running in and out in the background. Everything. He's a madman, but you know.
It's a family business.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're
Exactly.
ground floor type shit.
Oh yeah, because I do this shit at home. But all right, man. So I'm John D. Contradiction, and this is another, what do we call it? A Who's Man's episode. This is episode 2 of Who's Man's, our one-off series, interview series today. And we got our co-hosts. Introduce yourselves.
It's Walko, bitch.
Oh, he brought it back. It's Walko bitch now. Before it wasn't. Oh man.
And I'm the one that they call Morin.
M0 range. But today we got our guest. Sir, introduce yourself.
Yep. Terra Parker from Melbourne, Australia, man. Posted up in
From Australia?
What?
I'm from Australia.
Oh, shit.
All the way from down under. Yeah, posted up in New York. I've been doing my thing for a few years, but yeah, just staying at it, you know.
Oh shit, that's
Wow.
dope. Jeez.
Blew my mind right
Yeah,
there.
right?
Yeah,
Fucked
you
us
did.
up. So
Exclusives.
we reviewed your project a little bit ago. It was a little bit ago. And
Say it again?
It dropped on 420, didn't it?
Yeah, it dropped on 420, and it was a coincidence. I didn't even think about it when we put the release there. I'd never done a proper release through Spotify
Was it-
and all that shit.
Was it a coincidence or was it destiny?
It sounds like it was both, probably.
so this was your first official release, like album, like first like on all streaming shit?
Yeah, all streaming, you know, iTunes, all that shit, purchase. all that.
Damn. That shit sounded so clean for it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like
Clapping.
yeah, like
The album bangs, yeah.
usually
We,
you put out a few first mistakes. You know, everybody puts out that one mistake and you're like, damn, I can't even take this down. But Jesus.
Where
you
I,
gotta follow.
He said-
You gotta follow it up.
0 regrets. That's what he did with that. He has 0. I would have 0 regrets putting a project out like that. Really.
where I appreciate that,
Jesus.
man.
That's crazy, man. No, but that's fucking dope, man. Like, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody would want something to sound that. One, it sounds clean as hell. Like, I'm pretty sure anyone could pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anyone hears it, they're gonna be like, yo, this dude's been doing it. They probably, you could assume, like, oh, he's been doing this thing forever, blah, 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 you know? That's how clean it sounds.
I mean, my stuff is pretty refined, honestly. Like, I'm more of a writer. Like, I'm not like a, you know, freestyle rap or whatever. Like, I do that shit. I do it for fun, but like, in terms of actually writing music, like, I take my time with it. So, you know, I put out a SoundCloud project, like a mixtape the year before, or actually, I think it was like a year and a half before, you know. But it just got to the point where the content was just coming together in like a natural, organic way, and you know, like I started a Mac. He's downstairs. That's part in a minute, but he sort of manages me from a, you know, not only just a management perspective, but like a you know, he's really in tune with the music and provides a lot of assistance and direction and everything like that. So it's sort of a group effort, and you know, it got to the point where the material was all there, so we just pieced it together. And
Yeah, that's
more,
dope.
He's more like a mentor.
He's definitely a mentor. Like, funny talking about Destiny and stuff like that. I can give you a bit of a background. Like, I've been like writing music and rapping and stuff like that since I was like 10 years old. But back home, it's sort of a novelty. Hip hop is like not a joke, but it's like it's not really taken seriously in terms of people actually from there. And I've always had some weird obsession with America. As false as many faults as it has, and it's nowhere near a perfect country. But there's just it really is like a place where you can come and whatever, especially New York, you can come and be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah, people go to New York to escape, man. That's just the way that
100%.
it goes. You change your whole character in New York. You can do whatever.
We were just talking about how I like New York, even though I'm from Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, Florida's popping now. Everybody's coming out of Florida rap-wise.
It's true. Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of underground people popping right now.
Yeah, Florida's got a nice.
Everybody
scene.
but Kodak Black.
I mean, all I have to say to like the trash that keeps popping out of Florida is at least we got T-Pain.
Dude, did you hear that shit he just put out?
Florida as well.
It's true. Well, I mean, Florida is more like Pitbull, but we also have Pitbull, so there's that.
There you go.
At least you have Pitbull.
There you go.
I mean, we got Rick Ross, we got Ace Hood, I guess.
Wale.
Yeah, Wale's DC. Don't do that.
Is
to
he
me.
from? Is he really?
Yeah. He's
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
the disrespect.
Shame on you. Yeah, it's because he's black, isn't it?
No.
He looks like he's from DC. That's what it is. No, but that's fucking dope, man. That's dope, man. It's good to have you have someone backing you up when you do your music and stuff like that, because a lot of people what they lack is they have
Support.
Yeah, the real support though. It's realistic. Like someone that's gonna be like, nah, that shit's whack. That doesn't sound good. You need to clean this up. Like people don't have that.
Well, we try to be that, but people don't like to listen to us.
No, not at all. No, but it's good that you have that. Like to have someone back you up like that, it's always gonna make your music sound better. Like the fact that you put out a fucking super clean project, and it's your first official everywhere release is crazy, because people wish they could do that, but they have a lot of, you go into it with insecurities, you go into it with people who are just like, yeah, that's a great, just put it out, sounds good, but no one's giving you a real music perspective, like, hey, this has to sound good. It's like, yeah, you may be doing good, but that doesn't mean it sounds good.
No, I totally agree. I appreciate that as well. And honestly, the hardest thing is really at this point, making music comes natural. I mean, it's fun, and I enjoy doing it. But the whole social media, and getting it out there and stuff like it's not my number one thing. And a lot of these guys that come out of, they're able to make themselves pop before their music does. Really,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can set up a platform for themselves. So that's really where I'm at now, where I've got a solid, it's not like a huge back catalog, but I've got music that's there. That's
you got a product, but you need people to sell it to.
Exactly. I need to put it in front of the right people, and I'm still in that process, and we're figuring that out. So
yeah. Yeah, honestly, it pays off with that. Like a lot of these new cats, they'll get famous off of doing some fuck shit, they'll steal shit or whatever, and then they'll pop. But when you see them live, they have a backing track. They actually can't rap. They're just jumping around. You know what I'm saying? And it's then they act like rock stars. They jump into the venue. They leave right after. They don't interact with fans. So just as quickly as they can go up, all it takes is for them to make one social mistake, and then it's a wrap. Their career's done. Yeah. So it's when you have that groundwork, if you have everything but that whole social media fuckery, then you'll come out strong, because then they'd be like, oh man, the music's actually solid. Oh, he's actually dope live. Oh, he's actually an artist. He's an MC. He's not just some kid who's just I can make music and whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah. Yeah,
nah, but this project was fucking dope. I think, if I can remember, this was one of the ones that came in the email as well. This was emailed to us, I believe.
Yeah, I can't remember where I came across your page, but I always like reading honest reviews of things, and people who aren't afraid to give,
we hand out L's.
Right, 100%, and I appreciate it, and I can take an L just as much as I can take W, and so that when I read that, I'm like, let me see what they think of my shit. So
yeah, and it's good to take that risk.
Oh, 100%. I'm not scared of what people think, man. Like I said, I'm from Australia, where you think, you take music or being creative seriously. There's, if not that, the same amount, if not more, people ready to try to bring you down and, you know, be like, you ain't never, you know, like, you take this seriously, like, what's wrong with you? You ain't never going to be this, that, da, 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 da. So, like, you know, if anything, that's more of a daunting thing to me than people in America, because it's like everyone in America is trying to do something. You have to be able to try and do something.
Yeah. America, there are people out here where a lot of people are just super hungry and they don't even know what for, but they're trying to do shit. You know, like
right, especially New York. That, you know, I don't know what it's like growing up here, but like I when I first moved here, I moved to Bed-Stuy. I just caught a plane here. I had a suitcase, didn't know anyone, nothing.
Dope.
Moved here, and off the bat I met Mac, and you know he was always there to sort of push me in the right direction, just from a friend perspective.
And you should copyright your life story and make a movie when you pop.
Thanks.
That's always in the back of my mind, being like, this shit is crazy.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, nah, because that's crazy.
You being from Australia, do you have any type of like backing from back home?
Just, you know, like my network of people and like some people that I work, like my network of friends and everything. No one really like.
Wow.
Because it is very like a sparse, whatever industry, and like it's very picky, and you know there's been guys who have sort of like come up, like there's been guys who have been semi-successful like nationwide or whatever, but like it's not a career. Like in 10 years, like they're not going to be able to like they have to just, you know what I mean? I suppose that's sort of what it's like here as well. You got to keep moving and keep going on to the next thing, but like it's on a whole other level in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
See that's
love
great.
in your hometown.
What's crazy is like for us, like out here, we're like, yo, we can't wait till we get out to places like Australia, or we get out of where our little bubble, because to us it's like, yo, out there pops more than here.
Right, and you know that is a thing as well. That you know, even 6ix9ine is an example. He went to Eastern Europe and
he's killing it.
Selling out shows.
He's crushing.
He's selling out every show.
Yeah.
Right.
And people were worried about Summer Jam. Like, oh, you didn't play Summer Jam. He doesn't give a fuck. You know how much money he made on these big-ass shows he just played overseas?
Seriously, he's going to come back with the bag.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also, I've heard, I think it was, I can't remember, I think maybe it was Fred Durst who was saying, I saw some random thing about him talking about how in Europe, like, Limp Bizkit is how old, but they're still touring off, like, their albums from the 90s and stuff like that. And they make money from doing that because you don't have to consistently put out music like you do in America.
Yeah, a lot of the old school heads that people are like, oh man, where'd they go, or the ones who don't really put their input in on like the new age music. That's where they are.
Yeah.
That's where they are. They don't have to say shit because they're good. They're good. They're comfortable. They're making money.
Big Daddy Kane was in Australia not long ago doing a tour around there.
He's killing it everywhere still.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
His name sells.
He's he's one of my like biggest inspirations. And when I was young,
he's up there.
I used to always be like, oh man, I used to always get into the like with older heads. Like I'd be like, yo, Kane would kill Rakim any day, and like, you know, Rakim's like the other Mecca, but he was always like that artist that I held on to back in the day. You know, people always like, oh, Biggie versus Tupac to me. He was like that. Oh yeah, he's still up there. He's still like killing young cats on tracks. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah, we're talking about Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy, he's still like, one, he just has swag, but two, like he invented style. Like he invented that presence where you could say anything, but if it sound like, it doesn't have to be anything, but if it sounds good, it's fire because he delivered it that way.
Smooth. And like he's someone who, sadly enough, I'm sure the majority of the new guys who are coming out don't know about, and you know, it's like it's a level of education as well that a lot of people don't get, and I was blessed to be able to be schooled on a lot of shit early on in my time here. So
there's this weird disconnect where there's these young kids who know like all the old head shit, but for the most part, their generation is growing up like, and Kodak Black and Tekashi, and these are the people who are prominent and are making music that they're hearing.
The Little Wayne generation.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have no context.
Yeah.
So, you know, they don't know. But then you got the few that are sprinkled in there that actually use the internet to research.
Yeah.
Right.
And they discover the greats and like the people who actually like started this shit.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's like you would think in a time where we should be the most informed because it's that easily accessible, we're the least informed as far as like everything.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like these young kids don't know anything. Hey, ignorance is bliss.
You can
Ignorance is
literally,
bliss.
you can listen to any album from any time period now. Like
For the most part, yeah.
yeah.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
real quick. You don't even need to pay for it or buy it
and
or anything.
no, exactly. And kids are still listening to the top 10, and type the things that are popping. And
Yeah,
it's
but it's not
there's
even
no
that.
substance
Like,
out there.
it's not even that they're like only listening to that. It's not even like they're ignoring the past. They just don't even care to know the past.
They don't even recognize it. They don't
Yeah.
recognize where the what hip hop came from. You know.
Now this is turning into the grumpy old head show.
Nah, it's not a grumpy old. It's just it's an honest thing.
It's a fact, though,
I'm saying it
man.
like out of pure just like they don't know it. I'm not saying like shame on them. I'm just saying like some
got to
kids
teach the
really
youth.
just don't understand like where hip hop came from. Like some of these kids, like example, I went to a Little Uzi Vert concert, and
All my friends are dead.
That song slaps.
he went up there and he ran in through the back and like ran out after, but he went up there with a backing track. He didn't do like an encore, nothing. He just went, barely even sang. He danced around and he was gone. And these kids were like, yo, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. He's so great live. And I come from like, I know what an MC is. I know someone that can control the crowd.
Move the
And
crowd.
he didn't talk to the crowd at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, damn. And these kids, it's not like that's what they think the culture is. They're just like, yo, this was the best thing I've ever seen.
There's definitely like an element of you got to take things for what they are, and like I still love like current hip hop. Like Future is one of my favorite artists. Like these guys that are like, they're not like by a long shot, but like they make good music, and they I can enjoy myself listening to it. Like Wu-Tang is where it all starts for me. Like Jizza is my favorite rapper. Like Rakim as well. These guys that are like super technical lyrically and whatever, and like that's when I listen to rap music in a purest form. Like that's what I like hearing. But like I still enjoy the new stuff, and I think it's about like a duality thing. Take things for what they are, and like these guys, the new guys aren't trying to present themselves as hard bars lyrically, like whatever. Like, so it's all it's a weird state that it's in, but I don't know.
To
I
me,
think it's that SoundCloud era. They don't have the stage presence.
I'm iffy with both because like I like the new sound music too. I like a lot of the stuff, but to me, I don't. It's like I can like an artist because he's like, yo, the music's good. It doesn't have to have the craziest substance or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it has to break some sort of boundaries. It has to like attempt, I should say, not actually break it, but they should
At
be
least
attempting
attempt
to
to be
put
fresh.
something different. Yeah. So that's
Right.
why with me, when there's like a million artists that do the exact same thing, that sound exactly the same, that's where
That's always been something though.
Yeah, but see, there's to an extent. Back in the day, this is what I think was missing. Back in the day, we did have gangster rap. That's what you want to call it, right? But you knew what it was like to be in those individual hoods from each individual rapper, no matter if they're rapping gangster rap.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You knew that, oh man, I ain't going to the Bronx. Or, like Queensbridge, hell no.
Queens is a dark ass.
Yeah,
place.
it's
So,
it was different.
Brooklyn is where it's popping. You know what
Exactly. It was different tales. You know what I'm saying? It was like you can hear the difference between like something that 50 Cent would spit about where he's from, and then you got Ghostface spitting about where he. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you're in two different places.
They got two different. Like is it like you can hear where they're from?
Yeah, and it's the same. Essentially, it's the same thing. It's the same rap.
Yonkers, you can hear the Yonkers coming out his breath.
But now it's just like it's like now it's so watered down that there's no accent. It's literally all the same noise.
What's the auto tune, man? It's all all the layers and bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I pick and choose. I like the ones that stand out. Like
Right.
I like Young Thug type stuff. I always complain with you guys, but I like Young Thug because I think Young Thug's music when it came out, no one sounded as crazy as he did. But he always puts a piece of his hood in his music, and I like
Ski
that.
Mask.
Ski Mask, Slump God. He says some
I
shit
like
that's
He's
crazy.
dope. He's dope.
He's
Yeah, he's
crazy. Yeah,
He puts on a good show too.
Yeah. There's like there's some, but I do some of it I do like. I just don't like how it's taken away, like the excuse of like, oh, it doesn't need to have content anymore. Takes away the creative edge. It takes, you know what I'm saying? It's like an excuse that everyone can just use, and that sucks. Back in the day, it was like
Which they do as well. And that's why music is a lot more disposable than it was like even 5 years ago. You know, anyone can get a $150 snowball mic and make a song off a beat off YouTube. And,
Yeah.
You know, 9 times out of 10, it is the same. And you know, if it pops, it pops, and you know, and 5 years later, people forget who you are. But you know, you get your bag in that 5 years time, and you can't hate on that.
Can't.
We're in the secure your bag era. You know what I mean? They don't really care. They don't care about the music. They're like, okay, exactly. They'll get a fire beat that they know that'll catch. They'll say some stupid catchy bullshit over it. Playboy Cardi, you know, a lot of these people that just say stupid 3 lines, and then they get the bag. And then you know what? If they're not popping in 5 years, fuck it. They got the bag that year.
Yeah, and honestly, for me, that's like the secure the bag era. What I like about it is that makes certain underground artists shine. Because now I'm really looking for something to break that mold. And then when I find it, it's that much better. You know what I'm saying? It's that much more unique. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, this fucking. They're. And then we get them on the podcast
to find out they're from Australia.
Yo, dude. Oh man. I want to talk about State of Terror. This is This was 2. This is part 2, right? So the mixtape, I'm assuming, was the mixtape was 1.
Right. So I guess the idea behind, you know, even just making it like a series type thing was, again, that I have a project out already. So it's like, again, it's a thing where like I have material out there, and you know, it wasn't able to catch or you know whatever. But it's a thing where so there's a number 2. That means there's other material I can go for that.
It's a subtle way to tell people to go look.
Go look for the.
Exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, you like this? There's part 1 out there somewhere.
Go find it.
Exactly. It is different. There's a sort of similar vibe, but it's this one's a bit more fine tuned, and you know, it's all State of Terror. It's a state of where I'm at and what I'm doing, and you know, I suppose you can sort of gather that by what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. I like
sounds
that
like a good time.
I like that you're clear. Like people rap about what you rap about. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but you're clear about it. You know what I mean? You let them know. You ride the beat. Like people don't do that. They just sit there and mumble over bullshit. Why would they want to do that?
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, again, even current music. Like, these are like the current. That's the current sound of hip hop. Like you guys even wrote up. Like this is like the current sound of hip hop and what's going on. But like. Again, like I'm drawing from real lyricists. Like this is, I enjoy actually rapping. Like I wouldn't feel even being from Australia as well. It's a situation where like, who would buy into an Australian guy trying to do ad lib rap? Like you know what I mean? Like, it's a situation where I've backed myself to a wall, being who I am really, and everything that it pushes me to be better, and I want to be better. Like I genuinely enjoy doing. So, you know.
Oh yeah, no, it honestly we can tell. Like usually when we get like the submissions, as much as we don't like to be biased or anything like that, we usually go into it like, oh bro, let's like anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's not like listening to like an artist
Put
you've
the
heard before.
Seatbelt on, man.
Yeah,
Put
it's
the
like
seatbelt on.
You know what I'm saying? And it's for me like listening to this project like it was very refreshing because to me. I like to, talk my shit about old school, new school, all that stuff, but I'm very fair. Like if it feels good music wise, I'm on board regardless of how generic, you know what I'm saying? If it just feels good. So I remember when I threw this on, I'm just like, man, out the gate, this is talking to me. Like, this is a good time. Like my head's nodding. I'm running shit back. I'm like, yo, he just said this shit. I'm like, yo, he's rapping, but he's got vibes. He's got good music. And it barely let up. Like I remember it was like the first few tracks. It was just like dope. I'm like, all right. To me, it was the old head in me was even like, well, this is kind of new age fusion. This is what I want to hear from new age cats. You know what I'm saying? When I want to hear music in 2018, this is what I want to hear. I want to see these new cats take something and evolve, like with that new age sound. You know what I'm saying? Like not trying to like put you in a box, but you're mixing everything that is hip hop into you put that in your album. Like you put what's going with the times, but in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit so many different things. I was very satisfied. I was like, yo, I am not mad at this. I think what I give this, I don't even know. I think I give it like a 9.
You gave it a 9, yeah. Actually, I have a bone to pick with you. You rated my favorite song.
Oh yeah,
that's just a thumbs up.
Love and Static.
I had beef with you about it. Yeah,
still
Love
have
Static
beef.
Song is my shit. I love that.
See, I'm a dad, man. I can't be enjoying stuff about fighting.
That was literally the last song that I did. I wrote that the night before we finished the whole thing, and then we went in the next day, and my friend came up with the idea of the little skit intro thing, because that's another thing is drawing from the old school is like no one really does skits anymore. Like
I know,
so
it's sad.
We just threw that in for because it was funny at the time, and yeah.
That's dope, man. Nah, he gave me a hard time about the song, and I'm just like, a thumbs up still good. I'm just saying,
It is a good rating, but it should have got a fire.
I mean, there wasn't any bad ones on there, so
no. It was like across the board, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Which nowadays, like that was like before we become like we're at that point where everything that just comes in, we're just like fuck it, So that was genuine.
Yeah, like this felt good. This was like I was like, man, this is a breath of fresh air. Like
I like it. I like the system you use as well. It's very like short and sweet. Like it's to the point, and then the emojis as well is pretty like
It's self-explanatory.
It's not hard to get it misconstrued.
Yeah, we think honestly,
when we say we get misconstrued, we still get comments. What is
we get killed. Yeah,
it's a emoji.
But honestly, like this, exactly like I obviously the way you put your music together is when I thought of like the rating system. I'm like, I want to do something that the young cats will get, but older cats will get too. You know what I'm saying? Like something that
100%.
appeals, and it appeals. I'm like, it's simple. It's straight to the point, but it shows everything. It gives a full, because like when do people know track names anymore? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to show that. I want to tag the people who were in it. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to give it everything. Like we want people to really see that we put effort into it too. Like because we think you put so much work into it. Why not have someone break down your songs rather than a review like I like this album. This album is good. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I appreciate that a lot, and that's some. I get bad feedback every now and then, and like I take it in stride and everything.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
But yeah, it's not. It's like it's a good feeling. Like it's a validation for people that I've never met in my life, and they'll sit down and analyze things. And,
Oh yeah, when I after listening to this, I was like, all right, I'm gonna look this kid up. I'm like, this guy, because to me, when something's that clean, I'm like, they've probably been around forever. I'm like, he's been around for 30 years. Nah, but I was
somebody.
I was like, this is so clean. I'm like. So I looked it up and I'm like, this is a genuine, like, this is a project that someone they studied, they know what they want to put out, but they're also they have pen, like you have a pen, like you can write, like you can rap, you know how to deliver it, you know how to handle being in the booth, like whoever mixed it with you or if you did it, like everyone did their thing, like this is a complete project. And that's dope,
Right, and it is a collaborative thing. Like I said, like my engineer colleagues. I live in Jersey City right now, but I'm in New York all the time. But the studio I go to is in Jersey City. So shout out to Carl at High Frequency. Like he's an amazing engineer, travels all the time for engineering, and also Mac. Like I said, like he's very a huge part of the curation process.
Mm-hmm.
So and all just came together. We're all happy with it.
That's dope, man. Yeah, you put out a project. So I got some questions. I like to throw out a few questions. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the name. Sure. I know it's a mix between we got the Hell's Angels rolling up on the podcast. So
sorry, it broke up a little bit there.
No, so
it sounded like you went scuba diving.
I heard like motorcycles, but so how'd you get your name? Like what?
So Parker's on my mother's side, and that was another thing that when I was here that it was sort of put to me like coming up with your own name is a very individual thing, and there's not much that other people can do for you besides obviously if it's like a street name or like it's like something that people know you by or whatever. But for me it was a thing where Parker's on my mother's side, and then the original name for Australia when it was quote unquote discovered was Terra Australis, which is in Latin the southern land. So to me, Terra Parker is the southern land, is my mother's land.
Oh. Damn. So if you look into it, you're like, oh, he's still putting on. Even though he out here in New York, he putting on. I get it.
Also, it's a dope name. Like, I think it looks good on paper and everything. So
it's dope. And then you got, like, State of Terror. It's dope. Like, it all makes sense. It works. You know what I'm saying? It clicks. It's dope. Mm-hmm. I rock with it. I like when things like I got OCD, so when things
That's
just
twice
click.
now in this episode. He's blowing our minds.
Yeah, he blew it like off rip. He just jumped in, was like, "Yo, you didn't notice."
I'm Australian.
I'm hyped about that. I'm like, "Oh shit." But no, that's fucking dope. All right, see, that's good. That's a straight up name. You know, it's something you crafted. Sometimes people get the craziest names. It's like, well, one time I was in a bike accident and this dude saw me fall, so that's how I got my name. So, I mean, it works. This is good. It's no young before it, no Lil. You know. So this is your 420 drop. So how's it been going? Like, you know, minus our good review. How's everyone been taking it? Like, how's this project been doing? You've been getting it out there.
Yeah, so it's generally been a pretty good response. Like we put it in front of like we have like, so basically Mac is also a celebrity security guard. He was Busta Rhymes security guard for years and years.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he has a few very close ties to the industry, and I'll let him talk about that. But he so it's been put in front of a lot of you know, at the right tables, but there's an element of, you know, hard work obviously, and then there's an element of patience as well. So we're trying to just, you know, run the ground game really as much as possible, and, you know, a lot of word of mouth stuff. And we're actually throwing an event in a couple weeks. We got to nail down an actual date for it, but we're like a lot of, if you've seen the logo and everything, it's the Mac crown. So Mac is his last name, but it's Money Always Claims King. It's his label that he started with me as well, and based around me as an artist. And yeah, so we're throwing an event in a couple of weeks. I'll definitely give you guys a date. I don't know where.
Yeah, let us know.
But
Damn it! I wish I could come.
I was about to say me and John V in there.
Yeah, me and M. Well, me and M will definitely show up. We'll show up and show love, man. I definitely, because I want to see it live. I enjoy it.
I'm gonna FaceTime one of y'all and you're just gonna walk around with me on the camera.
I don't want to look like someone's
Like I'm there.
someone's auntie at the show FaceTiming it. Get out of here, man.
yeah, so we're gonna mass produce a bunch of all this merchandise that we've been demoing for years, and, you know, again, running the ground game, and, you know, a lot of people, we've been selling t-shirts, the hoodies and stuff like that, and getting the logo out there, because it's like, it's genuinely like, no lie, like people will come up to me or Mac when we're wearing it and be like, what's that brand? I've been stopped in the airport, some people was like, what's the brand of that hoodie you're wearing? I'm like, well, it's my brand.
Well, link me, my friend.
Yeah, I got you. So we're about to get all.
I mean, if you're demoing any gear, I'll definitely rock some on the gram. Just saying.
I'll definitely. You guys get some of the addies, and I'll as soon as we get them.
Oh yeah, dope. Yeah, Walko might need like a size tree.
Yeah, I'm big as fuck, bro.
Size
6'4",
truck.
300 pounds. Just saying.
Oh, we're doing the big sizes. Don't worry. There's a lot of these
Hey.
guys that are in the circle. They're all these huge security guys. So
That's dope.
See, that's why I used to fuck with DC, because they knew the plight of the big man, and they made skate shoes in size 15 and up.
Yeah, they knew.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no. My man Walko is a tree.
He's a jolly giant.
I grew up like you know, I grew up with him. Like, that's a big dude. Like, he makes me like I'm not small. He makes me look little.
Wow.
Oh man, no, that's fucking dope.
Big with a
man.
baby face.
I'm the same. Like I'm 6'4", and when I'm sitting down, I look like a 12-year-old child.
Yo, deadass.
I'm more of a palm tree situation. You know?
I can't tell you how many times I've been in my little ass car because I drive a Corolla. Somebody wants to get some road rage with me, and they like all they see is my face, and then like I'll pull up somewhere, and then they really look at me, and then they go, oh shit.
Like, all right, I'm good.
Dude, I had a Versa for a bit, and people used to like. One time, I actually almost got hit by a car. Dude was like kind of like trying to run me off the road, so he started following me.
Whoa.
And I got out my car, and he blew by. Like, he saw me pulling over, and he went to pull over, saw me get up, and he's like, he like sped by, almost killed me, bro. He wanted no smoke.
Like, nope.
Yeah, he wanted no smoke. He's like, oh, that's a big dude. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Now I got a like a old white man car. I'm in a Subaru, and it's safe.
I'm rocking a Corolla, bro. So
You're killing it.
I got the 06 Ultima, bro. We all driving one of them cars.
little bitty sedans. I got a car seat in the back too.
Oh yeah, my car
I will
seat's
whoop somebody's ass with a car seat in the back. I'm not even playing.
Oh no, that's dope though. So when did you like officially like think like, yo, I want to rap?
I mean, it was always like like when I was like 10 years old, you know, me and friends rapped for fun, and like, you know, the 2-minute recorder on old desktop computers, like we'd rap on there and then burn CDs and like just kid shit. But then it was maybe like when I was like, I played in a lot of like, I played drums for maybe 10 years.
Oh.
And yeah, so I listened to a lot of
get your rhythm.
Yeah, like I love rock music, metal music, Nirvana, Smashing Pumpkins. These guys, like they're 90s bands. I love 90s bands. You know?
Dope.
So I was in a lot of bands when I was younger, and then when I was maybe like 18 again, I was like 18. I started rapping again just as like a pastime to sort of relieve stress. And I didn't have like an extremely troubled childhood, but you know, I was a teenager at one point. So
oh yeah.
Everybody's angsty.
I was just about to say that. Everybody's a little angsty.
Right, exactly. So it was more of a release for me, and then, you know, it got to the point where I'm like, I'm better at this than anything that I do at all, so why don't I just make a go of it? You know, I'm young, like, I got no excuse not to. It's one of those things that, you know, I don't want to be shoulda, woulda, coulda. I don't want to be a guy that be like, oh, I should have done this, whatever. So, yeah, it just got to the point where I figured out the situation, because it's hard to get a visa in here, you know. So
that's true.
Yeah, I did what I had to do, got over here, and then, you know, I've been here back and forth a few times. Just sticking it out, really.
Bootleg shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that was you. All right. Well, yeah, like my shit, I don't know, man. My shit's always acting up. That's because I've been fucking with things all day today. But all right, we're good. But I just been like updating shit and like just trying to get my new setup going. But, you know, I picked the wrong day to do. Why am I doing it on fucking podcast day? But anyways. No, but that's dope, dude. That's dope. So fucking so wait, when did you move out to New York?
2014.
2014. Okay. So you were like, all right, this is all I'm gonna be good at. I've been rapping for a minute. I'm just gonna move to New York and make it happen.
Exactly. There wasn't a thought process to it, really. It was just like, this is what I want to do. I got no excuse not to do it. And you know, Australia it's a beautiful country. It's great. It's safe.
Except everything wants to kill you.
You know, it's funny because I'm from a big city where like I don't have to worry about that. But you go slightly out into the rural areas.
Out in the cut.
The backwoods in Australia are just Florida.
But everything's trying to kill you.
Right.
Exactly.
We got some crazy flora and fauna, that's for sure. Think about how far away it is, and then millions of years of evolution, and then bang, we have a platypus. We have
what even is a platypus? It's like a guy just had a bunch of shit left over, and he was like, "Well,
it's this girl Ashley that I used to work with."
It's a Pokemon.
Side dog.
Jesus Christ! Oh, little man. But yeah, all right. So fair enough. This little guy, man. But I'm telling you, this little kid is bad as hell. But so you said, yeah, you got to let us know when that next show's coming up. Like,
yeah,
because we definitely are doing that.
That's the sort of next move. I had a show at SOBs a few months ago. I got I got put on last minute, and I was just, it was dope, and that's where I had a lot of people coming up and being like, oh, you know, you should work on this, you should do this. But like, I see it, and I know what's going on, and da-da-da. So it's been, like I said, a lot of ground game, and, you know, just being in front of people.
Yeah. That's dope. Yo, SOBs is a dope venue, man. I love that.
Yeah, it's so historic as well.
Yeah.
Like, it truly felt like, you know, this was like a blessing to be able to, like...
That and pianos. I love piano.
I don't know where any
I
of
love
these places
pianos.
are.
That's where the I think that's where the Paco thing was, the one that we were going to go to.
Yeah, I think, that Blueprint's going to be there too. I think I'm going to go see them.
Ooh.
It's only $10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, pianos is always like that, though. Pianos,
yeah, but
they
I'm
kill
just
it.
saying. To go see Blueprint? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tickets to go see Tekashi's show in Florida are only $20.
Wow.
Nice. You need to go. You know that, right? Tell baby
you have to
moms
go for the culture.
Tell you,
dude, I want to so bad.
Tell the wife to watch the baby.
I'm not trying to be moshing. I'm too old for all that.
That's fine. You can watch the little kids hurt themselves.
Let your nuts hang.
Just wash a 17-year-old.
Then get out. Then you got to go. But so But besides like the SOB shows, how have shows been though? Just playing out here, you starting to like what's going on with that stage? You starting to get comfortable? People starting to really get into it?
Yeah, and like you probably noticed, like I don't sound the way I sound when I.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
You're from Australia.
Yeah, so that was one of the longest things that I worked on is really my voice and my breath control and everything, and I rap fast for the most part. So, that's the thing working on it. When I get on the stage and I have to be able to sustain myself for an extended period of time. So it's all a work in progress. But like I genuinely enjoy performing in front of people. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's a beautiful feeling, man. A lot of people aren't cut out. Like some people, you can tell they want to rap, but some people just don't. They're not comfortable performing, and like
it's that performance
you can
thing
see
we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you can see it. Like you just have to. It honestly, it's not like some people can try to learn it and practice it, but honestly, that like need for attention, that love for attention, you just gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right, 100%.
Yeah, cause I rap myself. I've been performing for a long time, but I've always, even since like when I used to be in like hardcore bands, even since my first show, I was just up there talking shit because I am just comfortable everywhere in my own skin. I grew up like a bully, and I don't give a shit about much, so I'm just like, I'm comfortable. Period. So
that's why and then we got older, and then we just started trolling.
Yeah, but I mean, you bully more than me on this shit. You bully people.
Yeah, man.
You be giving out them.
That's even like a life skill to be able to be comfortable being the center of attention. 100%.
Yeah.
Like that, you can use that in so many aspects of your life. And whether you're in front of job interviews, in front of girls, being able to talk to girls, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It plays into a lot. Like if you ever become a manager, you're fucking, you are the man. Like you do a lot of shit. Like
I will never manage another store again.
Thinking that you're the man, like that's really all it is. It's like believing in who you are as a person, and sometimes it's fake it till you make it as well. If you can fake it, you can make it. But everyone,
everybody, that's everybody.
Yeah.
None of us know what we're doing.
Nope. We gotta just do it. We gotta just keep consistent and see how the thing goes.
I'm in the same boat, man. In a lot of things.
Well, I mean, you're doing good as far as we're concerned. I mean, I don't know if a few words from us will take, but I think you're doing good.
Yeah, if our words mean anything to you, you're hustling, my friend. You're not hustling backwards.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Nah, yeah, man, we fuck with it, dude. So, speaking of, so you said your homeboy who's been helping you, you said his name is Mac. Like, you just linked up with him randomly when you so how'd that work?
So the story was it was when I moved here. I came straight off a plane, was in an Airbnb for a week, found a place off Craigslist. I'm in Bed-Stuy, and not like the gentrified part of Bed-Stuy.
Oh, yeah, in the place where the place where rappers rap about.
Right, I'm on Gates and Patchen, and I was like working. Yeah, I was working in bars right across the road from Marcy, and shit like this. So I was really in the mix, and I found this place off Craigslist. I was just staying in a room there. It was it was a duplex that was brand new, renovated or whatever. And Mac knew the landlord or the woman who owned the property through some faint connection. And he was his marriage was ending, so he needed a place as a temporary spot. And we ended up in the room next to each other, and it just clicked. And this is a dude who's he's 40 from Harlem, born and bred, he's seeing some shit, and like I said, he's in the industry. So it was
before Bill Clinton got a hold of Harlem.
Yeah.
Trilly Clinton.
God damn.
Fact. No, but that's dope, yo. So that's crazy. So a lot of so far the interviews we've had, I think yours might be up there as the one best coming of age, the best coming into it story, and then the second might have to go to Napoleon. So this dude Napoleon the Legend, who's a beast. This dude put out 8 albums this year.
Wow. And he has another one coming out.
Next month. And they're all dope. You know what I'm saying? He's putting out quality music back to back to back. But
this is what we like to see.
He was at a KRS-One show that I was at like a couple of years. I think you were there too, years ago, and we like didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, and KRS was just like, "Yo, man, if you are a rapper, you want to make money off of this, quit your job." And he like quit his job, and he's like a full-time artist now. Yeah. And it's crazy.
He records himself type situation. 8 albums in a year, just this year alone. That's
it's him. He's doing that, but he also has
got a team.
Yeah, he's got like teams.
Like he has like DJ Muggs, and you know, like he has a couple people that he's fucking with. But that man, like if you get a chance, listen to that man.
Yeah, he's all over.
Y'all on the track together would be fire.
Oh my god,
be crazy.
Just saying.
We'll plug that in for you now. But he's active, bro. Because like what's crazy is when we were first reviewing him, I'm like, oh, I got a project by him. Then I'm like, yo, there's another one. And then we're like, yo, there's another one. And then
wait, there's another one.
Yeah, then you're like, hold up, there's a couple, and they're all 2018. And then we got him on the podcast, and he's like, oh, I got another one coming out.
Wow.
And we're like, Jesus Christ. And then after that one came out, he recently, like, it was like a week ago, he announced another one.
Yep.
He's wild.
He just dropped Steelers Mixtape 4 like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and he's got another one on the way. He's a beast.
That mixtape is ridiculous, bro. And now he's gonna drop another album. Like he had an EP, and then he had the Tupac album, and then he had the African Drums album. Like
yeah, he was all over the place. Yeah, if you go, like, we've probably reviewed most of them because he makes me want to work harder than I do, and I do a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, well. You know,
that's a great thing when it's you can influence others, even if it's closest friends or family or whatever. That's like you inspire them to work harder, and then in turn they inspire you.
Yeah, dude. If I didn't have a kid, I would have quit my job.
Yeah, I know. Like,
no, man, that shit's crazy though. So what's on the menu? What's next for you, man? What's the next thing that you're doing? Like, what are you in the works with besides like the groundwork and the shows and stuff coming up?
You said you got a mixtape coming out, right?
No, so I've got like a lot of stuff like in the, you know what I mean? Like I got a lot of songs that didn't make the cut and stuff like that. So we've been planning on piecing together other projects, but I stay writing. I'm still writing music. It is a thing where it's like, okay, like I put out a project, I'm happy with it, but where do I go from here? Like content wise, like
how do I get better?
Yeah, how do I get better? How can I make it interesting to someone who doesn't know me or whatever? Because there's going to be people who listen to me just because they know me and they're like, oh, let me see what he's doing or whatever. But people that don't know me, how can I interest people in hearing what's next? And the stuff that is basically this project, State of Terror, is like like I like going to parties and having fun, talking about girls and doing drugs and
the good shit.
Yeah, all the good shit, and like it's finding different ways. A lot of the time, good rap is finding different ways to say the same thing. So it's all like this. It's all like
like different word schemes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like talking about Lil Wayne as well. Like he's probably my most influential rapper to me. Like I love.
Bro, I'm originally from Florida, West Coast from Florida. Like we grew up on Wayne.
Yeah, it's true.
Like when Wayne was saying he's the greatest rapper alive, like at that point we could agree. We could agree because we heard so much in it.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Have you heard that? Have you heard that song "Holy"? It's supposed to be on that Free Weezy album. He only performed it live at a Tidal event, and that's the only live performance of it. That shit is crazy.
And he's a true artist as well. He doesn't rap to any backing tracks. So he's up there with a band.
Dude, he's crazy live. Like he doesn't have lungs because he's running and rapping and not skipping a beat. Like not getting tired.
I've never actually seen him live. I was planning on going to Summer Jam. I didn't make it there, but yeah, I would love to see Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
live.
He's crazy live. He's like running, rapping. He's barely skipping a beat. Like his breathing is fucking flawless. Like he's crazy up there, dude.
Right.
You think with all the blunts he smokes,
yeah, like his lungs would be in pain.
Like, it's crazy.
Maybe he's really not human.
Yeah, seriously.
He's a Martian.
He's a Martian. Yeah, he says it, dude.
I am not a. I am not.
Yep.
Nah, he's a fucking beast, man. Nah, that's dope. It took me a minute to get into Wayne because like I had like a hater stage back in the days because like every white girl I ever got with loved Lil Wayne, so I was being a hater essentially. But then when I actually was like, all right, let me bump him, and then I was like, shit.
He actually has bars.
I'm
He
like,
actually uses every word in the dictionary and shit.
Yeah, it's true.
I love the punchline thing. Like that's really my thing as well. So I'm sure you will know.
I hate when people say that he can't rhyme either. Like if you break down his rhyme scheme, you're just like,
it's crazy.
It's all over the place. It's not just like
drop that bitch into Rap Genius and just go, whoa.
Yeah, he's nice. And he honestly he made.
You could Google any word and then Lil Wayne next to it, and it'll come up as like in one of his songs. You know what I mean? There's times where I've thought of stuff or like thought of bars, and I'm like, let me type this into Google next to Lil Wayne to see if he said it, because I don't know, you know what I mean? Like it's great, like he's next level.
Yeah, he honestly he revolutionized the word like in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. He took the word like and made it his fucking playground. Like did whatever to make images in your head. He did whatever the fuck he wanted. And that's, as an artist, that's dope. Like that's what you want. You want to hear some shit that's going to make you think or make you laugh or shit like that, man. It's Yeah, man. He fucks me up sometimes. He makes me laugh. And sometimes I'm like, that's so ridiculous, but I love it.
His interviews are amazing.
His deposition is the best thing ever.
Oh, he's nuts.
That deposition tape where he threatens the lawyer without actually threatening him.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You're not safe," and the lawyer's like, "Was that a threat?" And he's like, "Oh no, I was talking to myself."
Lunatic.
You're taking it out of context, man. You're just taking it out of context.
Oh man, that's fucking funny. But so yo, I don't know if you wanted Mac to get in on this or if you.
Yeah, let me go and see where he's at. Well, he was downstairs when I came in the crib.
Yeah, that's if you want. Yeah, like I definitely would love to see what he has to say. Dope.
Give us the Mac story.
Oh yeah, so we already got his full story, which is crazy, which could be on like a Netflix series, but
I
was telling him how we met, but like you can give him a background to your history what you were doing.
All right, well. But my intro into the music business was the fact that I was bodyguard to a number of rap celebrities.
Oh, okay.
So just seeing how they move, how they operate, being in the studio with them.
You learn firsthand.
Yeah, traveling with them, hearing how they pick beats or how they write songs and what they feel is going to be a hit, how they market the music that they chose to put out, meeting, traveling with the managers, just hearing them on the phone, how they do business.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could absorb a lot from that. That's dope, dude. Any, obviously, because we got, people that are going to listen to this. Any big names, or you can't,
There's definitely big names, but I can't put it out there.
That's all good. It's all good. I figured I'd shoot my shot. I know the playoffs is over, but I shot my shot. No, that's dope though. So he was letting us know you got your own like label thing going on, like your own
some merchandise.
Yeah, we got merch. We had hoodies and
doing our own demo runs, different companies. Stuff like that. Back home, when I had to go back home for a little bit, I was doing print runs there, and testing different materials.
Okay.
But basically, the reason why I even started the label situation was because of Terra. When we met, me just try to mentor him a little bit, guide him, on a personal, level, not trying to get involved with what he was doing, just respecting his situation and just coming at it from a personal angle. A situation where he wanted to be more involved. I thought about it and said, you know what? okay. You know what I mean? But well, to do it, I do it in a bigger level. You know, so I just said him to start a label. It was actually his idea for me to do that. So.
Okay. All right,
so
that's
you guys kind of like you bounce off each other.
Yeah, that's exactly how the experience.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Cause like at the end of the day, you both want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So that works. You know what I'm saying? That's how some of the best teams work like that. A lot of people don't understand that you sometimes do need to work with other people to get shit really going. Because you can't do every single thing on your own.
Right. Well, and most importantly is the situation was very organic.
Mm-hmm.
There was no motive, no ulterior motive, or situation where I'm trying to get something, he's trying to get something. It started out as just me just talking to him, giving him a lot of advice, and just trying to help him mold his own craft. And then the business came really a lot later. So by the time we met in April 2014. Yeah, we met April 2014.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't done anything contractual until this year.
Oh, okay.
So nothing between us was on paper until April. Yeah, about April.
That's right. It was like a double.
So so that's like 4 years. That's basically 4 years
of you guys taking a chance with each other. Yeah.
Yes, putting a lot of money up and going to the studio, working on different things, and still not putting up paperwork. And I know a lot of people, friends of from my side of the situation was like, yo, you didn't lock that in yet? What you doing, yo? Put a lot of money up. I was like, nah, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, let's just see how this comes together. So there was no rush for me to, and that's the important thing, because a lot of times people, because they're greedy, or they want to, they're looking too far into it too fast, that they try to lock in paperwork right away.
Yeah. They want to just like grab it all up rather than actually build first.
Secure the bag mentality.
Yeah.
Right. Even before you even spend $1, you're like, okay, let's get this contract. Like,
Yeah.
No, you gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah. So that's what it was, money and time. And by that time, this year, it was like the way things was moving. In 2018, it was like, all right, let's lock this in.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
And I mean, by then, 4 years? It's a mutual agreement. By then, you're just writing it down, like it's you knew what it is, type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We already had talked about it a number of times. Actually, he was even eager to get the paperwork. They're like, nah, let's hold on, let's just. We already talked about a lot of the pieces of what we would want the contract to look like for a while before it actually materialized. So it wasn't a crazy situation.
Yeah, it made sense on both ends.
You had a game plan. You knew, you kind of had an idea what you guys wanted to do, and then when you solidified it, you were ready.
Exactly.
That's the way to do things, man. That's the way to do things. We see some of our like favorite artists coming out of some shit now. Like, yo, they just escaped a fucking, botched thing that they were in 10 years ago type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
there's a lot of artists that are still under the under the artist contract. They can only release this. They can't release that. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the thing is that you gotta be honest. And that's one of the things that me and him, we just talk real about everything. So, it was already talked about how things were going to break off between us before it was put into play. And, it has to be a reality thing. Like whatever anyone's asking for, you gotta look at it and go, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing that you want this? So it has to be clear, on both sides that, this is you are doing this. You know what I mean? So you do have a right to ask for this.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the second thing is, even though the realization on both sides, do I still want to do that? So it could be like the person you're dealing with puts up a lot of investment, and we both admit that. Yeah, okay, we do. But the second thing is, a person can be like, you know what? Okay, you do all that, but I don't care. I don't want to give you that.
Mm.
And that's where we run into problems.
Yeah.
Was honest about, okay, yeah, you do that. Yeah, you do that. Okay, so how about we do it like this then? If that's the case, if I do this and you do that, let's split. So like, okay, you know what? Okay, yeah, you do that.
Nah,
and that's how it was with us. That's how it was with us. So it wasn't when the paperwork came up, it wasn't like, what? You know what I mean? It was like, oh, what are we doing? Yeah. So that's how it worked out. So.
All right, fair enough. All right, man, that's dope though.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, what we got, man? So we don't want to keep everybody on for too long. I think we got our hour going. But yo, man, it was dope talking. It was dope chopping it up with you, man.
Talking about the album?
Yeah.
We're about to get those plugs right now. We're gonna get the rest of the plugs. I mean, we've been talking about it for a minute, but we want to let you get your plug out. Like, let everybody know where to find everything. Let everybody know all your tags, handles, all that good stuff.
Okay.
I mean, you can follow me at Real Terra Parker on Instagram, Twitter, all that, at Mack Digital NYC, SoundCloud, Mack Digital NYC. That's the labels, SoundCloud. So the bits and pieces and all that. Same with the Instagram, and then the project you can find on all streaming platforms, everywhere. State of Terra 2 on every platform. You can buy it if you really want to support it. It's on iTunes. And t-shirts and hats coming with literally, it's in the works. It's with the printers, where it's all the Mack Digital merchandise, put the logo everywhere. So
yeah, you definitely want to check. We're gonna check. Well, we're obviously right after. We're gonna check everything out, but yeah, we love looking at all the stuff that we can get our hands on.
Yeah, so we'll definitely keep you posted on the date of this event as well. It's in the works as well. As soon as we get all this the goods ready, we can nail that down. And we'll have performances. I got Jo is on the project as well. He's gonna be performing as well. Like we have local artists, all this stuff. So,
all right, dope.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, bet, man. Yeah, dope, man. Yeah, we definitely let us know that show information. We'd love to meet you in person. We'd love to see you perform, all that good stuff, man, for sure.
For sure.
But yo, man, we really appreciate you hopping on. And again, it's State of Terra by Terra Parker. It's State of Terra 2. We actually want to check out. I want to check out the mixtape, the first one, but State of Terra, Terra Parker, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, no doubt, man. We really appreciate you jumping on, man. Especially, we appreciate you just submitting a project that got a 9 out the gate without us being stressed out about it. So, yo, it was dope, man. All right, we'll catch you though, man. Enjoy.
All right, man.
Peace.
Fellas.
All right.
Peace.
Have a good one, guys.
Money always claims king.
Designer jewels, I'm jewels in designer. Sit mud in the line. Margiela coast while I'm in the mountain of the coke rock climbing. Designer jewels, I'm jewels in designer. Pop bills, any kind of designer jewels. On jewels in designer. On jewels in designer. Designer jewels, on jewels in designer. Sit mud in the line. Margiela coast while I'm in the mountain of the coke rock climbing. Designer jewels, on jewels in designer. Pop bills, any kind of designer jewels. On jewels in designer. On jewels in designer. I ain't gotta say that.